In 1996, the United States Mint, to mark the 50th anniversary of the Roosevelt dime, put out a W dime. It has a W here instead of a P or a D or an S. The W stands for the West Point Mint, the first time ever that a W had been put on as a mint mark on a U.S. coin. If you want to get one of them, you're going to have to get the United States Mint uncirculated coin set from 1996. And inside that envelope, you'll see all the coins from Philadelphia. And so a mint set will have one of each coin. So there will be a Philadelphia dime, quarter, penny, half, nickel, and a token. They'll also have one of each coin from the Denver Mint. And here's the D or Denver dime right here. Then underneath that, you're going to see this thing here, which tells you about who the designer was for each coin, what they weigh, and what they're made of. Way underneath that, you're going to see the 50th anniversary of the Roosevelt dime. And it's a little folder. And then if you look inside, you'll see this little piece of plastic with a W dime in it. And you can see there's a little cut in this one because we have taken this dime out. And we will actually take it out and look at it today. So inside that little piece of plastic, here's our W dime. And let's get a good look at it under the light here. And when we magnify it up, you see it's the same. Everything else is the same, except it has a W here instead of a P or a D or an S. So if you want to get all of the dimes from 1996, you're going to have to get the S dime, which we have right here. You're going to have to get the D dime, the W dime, and the P or Philadelphia dime. And the only way you can get this W dime is to get it either in the mint set or from somebody who broke a mint set up and separated the dime out. There's no other way to get it. And they made 1.457 million. It's 95% copper, 25% nickel. At a mint state 65, this dime goes for $23, and the highest they've found is a mint state 68 with full bands, which goes for $400. Now let's look at these bands on here. It's interesting because this is a specialty coin, but still less than half of the coins in these mint sets, maybe 40% or less, actually are full bands dimes, even though it's a specialty set. What about the other dimes from 1996? Well, the Philadelphia dime with the P on it right here, they made 1.4 billion. In contrast, 1.4 million, 1.4 billion. So a lot of P dimes out there from Philadelphia, and they're incredibly easy to get, even in your change today, even though they're 30 plus years old. A mint state 65 will go for about $20. A mint state 68, $1,050 if you have the full bands, which we don't here. They also made them at the Denver Mint with the D. And Denver made 1.4 billion also. And the auction record is $750. Right now, that's the highest graded price coin that they have. It's a mint state 69, full bands, which goes for about $750. If you get it a mint state 65 full bands, it's going to be $16. This is not quite a full bands because you can see that side, that bottom band, the bottom two bands don't have a great separation on them. And then, of course, they made these at the San Francisco Mint. And at the San Francisco Mint, what you're looking for is one of these, which is a deep cameo San Francisco Mint coin with the S on it like that. So if you do get the San Francisco Mint coin, tip it up. The silver version is worth significantly more, of course, because it's 90% silver, 10% copper. But the clad version does have some value also. And here's that silver proof coin. And you can see, same thing. It's a cameo, beautiful cameo. I think you can actually tell the difference a little bit by looking at it before you tip it up on the edge. But when you do tip it up on the edge, you can see that it is the 90% silver. And then these coins are going to be spectacular, usually on the front, back, and the sides, because they take a lot of care with these silver proof coins. So technically, I guess you could say you need 5 different dimes to get them all. You need a silver S, you need a clad S, you need a Denver Mint coin, which is a clad coin, you need a Philadelphia coin, which is a clad coin, and you need a West Point Mint 1996 W coin, again a clad coin, to make up your full collection. One of the things you'll see sometimes on these 1996 coins is there's a bunch of errors, offset errors on these coins. This one you can't really tell that it's offset at all from the front. The rim is a little bit wider here than it is on this side, but you can't see much. But if you flip it over into the back, you'll see we have a doubling of the rim all the way around the top. So this isn't offset very much, and it's only offset that we can see on the back. Won't add a lot of value to it, but I always save these coins if you get these kind of double rimmed or even slightly offset coins, because they're fun to look at, and you can really tell the difference between a regular rim coin and this doubling on this one. Now there are some pretty cool error coins, and this one here that you can see, it's a Jefferson nickel double denomination stuck on a struck dime. They had a dime, which is 1996, and you can see the date here, and then they did a nickel on top of it. So you get this, it's a very weird, like a werewolf looking one. And you can see that that sold in 21 for $5,000. And then you can see this one here, which is a penny on a dime, a Lincoln 1-cent coin on a dime. Again, sold for about $4,000, and just very, very odd. So you can get some dimes that are much weirder than the ones we have. And here's another one of those pennies on a dime. So they must have done a few of those. If you want to look for something like this, you go to the Heritage Auctions or another website. You can just scroll down through them and see that this one also is on a 10-cent coin, double denomination, so the overstruck on a dime. And then there's this one here that's just a dime itself. And if we look at this one, we'll see that it's overstruck. It kind of moved over, and it's not actually centered on the dime at all. It's actually moved over, and it's a double edge, a wicked double edge on that one compared to ours. And you can see that one, $2,070. So take a look for the error coins at the Heritage Auction or another website, and you can see some really interesting things out there. All right, have a great day from DC Coin World. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel. Look for the West Mint coins out there, and leave any comments you have in the comment section.